You were telling me that actually you largely invest, so this is a private equity firm, and you largely invest in healthcare, renewable energy, and also financial services.
That's correct.
What does that mean? I mean, if something like coronavirus, which frankly at this point is very difficult to know how much it will impact the world economy, do you wait to look at valuations to see whether there's an opportunity, or do you just wait?
Well, I think you've got to look at both the micro and the macro when you're in our business. And at the micro level, clearly activity is slowing. At the macro level, you're now seeing that reflected in forecasts around China. And those do have a knock-on effect on confidence around the rest of the region. So, we are watching carefully. We happen to be investors in businesses that are headquartered in Wuhan. So we're seeing very much on the ground the impact of what this means for people who are living in the city. One of those businesses, ironically, a healthcare business, not selling surgical masks, unfortunately, but nonetheless in that sector. And it's been dramatic. The extent to which we've had to cancel and curtail business activity throughout that
Which
province.
means that what supplies aren't actually reaching the city.
Well, we had, for example,
logistics are a nightmare.
Exactly. I mean, we had a distributor conference planned for the end of January. That's had to be cancelled. As you can imagine, in the medical industry, that's a very important event, happens once a year. So just these things happening within the economy across the board, particularly in Wuhan, where the breakout is most severe, but also across China. We've certainly never seen, I've never seen the Chinese New Year holiday extended in the way it's been over the course of the last 10 days.
So for an investor, and again, we're very mindful that people are dying and losing their lives. So this is at the forefront of what we think about. But does it mean that healthcare in China is something that people will be more concerned about? I mean, is that the kind of sector that you think you'd be interested in longer term?
Well, I mean, China is an enormous market for healthcare. I mean, the question there is how, to what extent, in a sense, international companies are going to be able to benefit from that. We've invested in domestic Chinese companies manufacturing for that industry in China, and they've generally received strong support from the government. So rather a different approach to that which can be taken by international investors coming in.